What is up, y'all? This is your boy Winston Wolf. I'm back. I just want to do a quick video. I got a migraine. I got to head to work. But what do I see when I jump on the internet before I head off? Pause. Before I head off. That sounded pause-worthy. I don't know if it's pause-worthy if it sounds like something you do to yourself. I mean, if you're sticking a carrot up your butt or something like that, yeah, that'd be pause-worthy. But if I'm just saying I'm going to head off, that could be a number of things, but it all involves me, myself, and I. So I don't know if that's pause worthy, but I'm just gonna say pause. Ezra Miller fired today, which everybody saw coming. Pause. Why can't we just have a crazy person? Why can't we just have? Okay, let's just break it down. This chick is 18 or older. Who cares if they want to act crazy, run off, disappear for a while? Who cares? That's whatever weirdo. We got all these other legally, adult of legal age people doing all this weird stuff, chopping their private parts off, doing all this stuff, claiming to be multiple people, all this kind of stuff. We're not saying, oh, somebody call the authorities. Somebody, they need psychiatric help when they clearly do need it. We're not doing that for them. But for this guy, because him and his girl want to do some weird road trip or whatever, then it's a national emergency. We got to do this, blah, blah. And I understand. Yeah, there's the previous things, choking fans, all that kind of stuff. But give me a break, man. We all know that Walt Disney was a Nazi. We all know all these other Charlie Sheen, all the crazy stuff that he's done that everybody knows. There's been plenty of books. There's been all this. He's never sued anybody for slander. I'm talking about some evil stuff. But yeah, Charlie Sheen gets what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chances. Everybody still loves Walt Disney. Why can't we just have certain crazy? Stop picking and choosing what's acceptable and what isn't. Why can't we just have? By the way, the air conditioning is on. I'm not shutting it off. Why can't we just have somebody crazy? Because to me, that intrigues me more to watch the product. Like, for instance, like when that Kevin Spacey, the trailer for that new Kevin Spacey movie came out. Yeah, it looks like straight up Hallmark Channel garbage. Yeah, it does. But do you think I'd look at that trailer if Kevin Spacey wasn't a part of it? No, of course I'm going to look at it. And of course I'm going to watch the scenes in the trailer of him acting because I want to see if he's just lunching it or if he's really putting, forth a full effort to maybe get his career back on track eventually, something like that. So that brings more attention to it. Why can't we have a crazy Ezra Miller? And just from this point on, people that have roles, yeah, what's the typecast him from now on. If that's the price that he has to pay to still continue to have a career, yes, typecast him. If he doesn't like it, then just don't work. But why can't we have that? Why can't we make a movie? I've said for years, ever since I saw We Need to Talk About Kevin, by the way, if you've never seen We Need to Talk About Kevin, that movie is genius. And I don't like a lot of women directors. I like Catherine Bigelow. I like, oh my God, a couple other ones. But the lady that directed We Need to Talk About Kevin, where is she? We need more work from her. She's awesome. That movie is excellent. It's just everything about it is excellent. But I remember watching that movie and saying, if they ever do a reimagining of Clockwork Orange, do a Clockwork Orange version closer to the book rather than what the Kubrick, version was. Ezra Miller would be an awesome Alex. Say he wouldn't be an awesome Alex if they did a different version of Clockwork Orange. Stop it. He would be awesome in that. And me, with the recent behavior and everything, I'm seeing it more and more. I'm like, yeah, give us another Clockwork Orange. Give us, not a remake, but a version closer to the book. And put him in as Alex. Right there. You're talking about blurring the line between reality and fiction right there. But yeah, that just interests me more when somebody has something going on. A matter of fact, I remember when I was a lot, way younger, going to the movie theater, seeing U.S. Marshals. And the younger generation might not remember this, but Robert Downey Jr. was in the news every week about him, his neighbor finding Robert Downey in his daughter's bedroom, passed out in the bed because he had snuck into the wrong house and passed out, or Robert Downey, failing another drug test, or this or that. And every time you saw him every week, it was in a courtroom and he was in an orange jumpsuit. That's what you thought of when you saw Robert Downey Jr. Then all of a sudden he gets another shot and they put him in U.S. Marshals. And I remember going to see that, and just that made me more interested in what was going on with him. Granted, it took away from me paying attention to the story because I was focused on Robert Downey. I just wanted to see, because you know what he's going through in real life. But it just made me pay attention to a movie and a character more than I normally wasn't going to, because that movie really isn't that good, especially compared to The Fugitive. But it just makes you pay attention one way or another a little bit more when you know the actor is going through something like that. But I just think it's goofy because, and I'm sure other people have brought it up before. Okay, this dude has been a part of this chick's family. I'm talking about Ezra Miller and the chick that he supposedly kidnapped. What, since she was 12 or something like that? So obviously the family had to have been aware of what was going on. Nobody's just letting their 12-year-old run wild. If they are, they're not, you know what I'm saying? She's like a college student. She's doing all this. If those were that irresponsible of parents, I don't think academically or just in life she would have had it together as much as she did. So I feel like the parents knew what was going on. They were probably like, this is a celebrity that our daughter likes. He can probably help her with opportunities. We like having him around because we're, low-key clout chasing, whatever. But the bottom line is the parents had to have known what was going on. And there's probably a lot more stuff that we don't know that we're never probably going to find out that the parents allowed. But then all of a sudden, once things reach a level that they're not comfortable with, that they can't control, that they're probably not benefiting anything from, then it's a problem. We got to have a nationwide manhunt. We have to hunt them down. I'm sure if anything serious was going on, if they thought that this girl was being hurt or anything like that, they would be found within a matter of seconds. Literally within a matter of seconds. With today's technology and with I'm sure they've had phone calls from people like, hey, I'm the manager at this hotel. They're here. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal, but, they need something to blow this out of proportion. And Warner Brothers, this is like the best free promotion you can get. Like, this has brought so much attention to this movie, to this Flash movie that isn't even out. It's still a year away. Come on, man. That and the Amber Heard thing with Aquaman, you're going to have people that are going to, flipping over to Aquaman, you're going to have people that are going to who weren't interested in the movie, but they know that Amber Heard has to be removed from the movie, who are going to check out the movie just to see how they solve that problem. And the same with Ezra Miller. They're going to be like, I want to see how they fix this. I want to see that. Also, they're going to have to get rid of him, and they're going to have to bring in the kid from the TV show to be... I'm back over to Flash now. They're going to have to bring in the kid that played Flash in the TV show, I assume. They're going to try to... Because that's logically, if you have to replace him, that's probably the easiest fix is that one. So you're going to have people that they're going to want to see that. They're going to want to see how they have that whole transition. Pause. I don't know if that's pause-worthy, but transition means a whole another thing nowadays. But I'm sure there's people that they're going to want to see how they fix that problem who don't care about superhero movies. They just like drama. They just like train wrecks. They want to see how this gets fixed. And that's about it. I like the idea of having somebody like that who's crazy. I mean, dude, if they show up on time, and from what I hear, that movie, from all the early screenings, it's Warner Brothers loves it. It's a classic. That's why they don't want to scrap it. What's the problem? What's the problem? If they're not assaulting anybody on set, if they're doing their job, if they're not costing you any more money, what is the problem? Because if you break down, I can guarantee, let's put every actor's cards out on the table. It's just, this is public. Imagine all the other actors about all the other stuff that they get into, that the studio's private investigators or their handlers or their fix-it men, whatever you want to call it, all the stuff that they know that they're doing, I guarantee it's 100 times worse. I guarantee it's dead prostitutes. It's stuff involving real children, not 18-year-old girls. I can guarantee there's a lot worse stuff by a lot other stars and bigger stars than him. They get swept under the rug. So stop. Let's just stop this. I also think give him a little bit, and he'll have a career again. It'll never be mainstream, but I think he'll be on that Chloe Sevigny. I don't know how to say her name, but you know, these indie actors that are pretty much just for their whole career they're indie actors, but they get to do the quality work. I could see him doing that once this Me Too stuff, because everybody's sick of all this left wing crybaby Me Too stuff. It's gonna die soon, and as long as he doesn't do anything terrible, and I think if he sticks with this girl, kind of like some Woody Allen stuff with his wife, I think if he sticks with her, I think people will be a lot more forgiving in the near future, to give them another chance and to feel like, okay, well, that's just the way they live their life. Let's keep it moving. So Ezra Miller, I can't wait to see Flash. This is your boy Winston Wolf. I'm out.